Hello, Mimi makers. It's Thursday again. Time to look at the pretty new arrivals of this week that are becoming available tomorrow, Friday, October. What is it? 18th. It's on the 18th. All of the things we're looking at today will be available. So I'm going to give everybody just a moment to tune in, grab a cup of tea. I should have grabbed some water probably, but I have built myself into a fabric and yarn square here, so I'm not gonna leave you just now. But I'm feeling my throat might be getting dry from all of the beautiful fluffy things that we're looking at today. So I hope that you're going to get some insight on some of these new things and some inspiration to make some cozy new things this fall. Like it's becoming really, really fall out there. It's kind of cool here. Like I had some frost on my car. I had to scratch it this morning. We're in that season, and I am wearing my newly knitted super warm alpaca sweater, if you haven't seen it yet. And that's the one. It was a weekend project, really chunky. So if you're looking for something that's maybe a quick win knitting project, this one is pretty fast because knitted with a size 10 needles. So, and you'll find the details on that in our knitting group on Facebook, or I can post a link to it on my Ravelry later, or just look up on my Ravelry, look for Mimi Sparkle. No surprises there. And I've posted the project there if you wanted to know more about this. So let's get right into it. I am going to start with the yarns this week just because they're on top of my fabric. So I need to get them out of the way before I can get to the fabric. So yarn wise, we have Super Kid Seta. That is the latest line of yarn. This is a brand new line by Lana Grossa. Look how many colors we have. So many fantastic colors. So this is a mohair silk blend. It's a chain yarn. I'm just going to show this like it's a chainette yarn that's really soft, super light. And if you're not familiar with Super Kid, so Seta is the silk part, and Super Kid is the first shearing of the goats. I think it's the Angora goat. Angora. Oh my God, that's a rabbit. Of the goats that make the mohair. Is the first shearing, their very first fur. So it is the highest quality, the softest mohair you can get. So that's why it is Super Kid Seta, and it is incredibly soft because like the mohair has changed. Like I remember mohair from like my teen years. I'm like, I can't wear this because this is scratchy as heck. Mohair has changed a lot, and it is definitely like that look is all the rave these days. We have, along with all of these beautiful colors and the yarns on their own, we have listed two new patterns. There's this one, this oversized drop shoulder sweater, which is really beautiful, timeless, really great to wear over dresses, to just wear as is. It's a great one. It's a great for layering, great for this season. And I love layering sweaters with dresses these days and with skirts. So that is one that we've listed. And for the next week, this will be, the bundle will be 10% off. You just choose the bundle in the size that you want to knit and select your color. And then the 10% is automatically applied. And the other pattern we've listed is this. Whoop! My pile is falling. I have a lot of things to show you. Is this one, this diamond sweater. And again, super nice for layering. Like I have that, if you remember, I made that silk lace sweater in the summer, and I'm still wearing it because now I'm just layering it over top of a long sleeve like this, so I can still wear that. So is it better than the silk hair mohair for being scratchy? I want to say the Super Kid would, in theory, be softer than the silk hair one. Also, the silk hair is, so it doesn't have the Super Kid Mohair, it just has the regular mohair, but it's like that super lacy weight yarn. So it's a yarn that you either have to bulk up. So like I've made a sweater, but I had to use 2 strands, or sometimes you even use up to 8 to make it a bulky yarn, or you add it to another yarn. Like this one, for example, is made with 3 strands held together. It's not the silk hair that I used, but I used the Seta Suri, which is also another option. So if you do like the wispiness of the mohair, but you feel like you might not be able to tolerate the mohair, some people also just can't tolerate the mohair goat at all. There are people out there that are very sensitive to those. Then maybe the Seta Suri might be the one you want to go for, because the Seta Suri is silk and alpaca. And alpaca is a little bit softer than the mohair, but the mohair has like the longest fiber, so you get the most of the wispiness out of it. So you can always, what you could do is you could just get one skein if you just wanted to try it, and you can make something smaller out of it. I find, for example, Hisai, like she can't wear it on her neck. So, because I had made her a scarf and she can't wear it, but that's because it was something that was really tight. Like on the neck, I feel like that's where most people are the most sensitive. But if you did something like this that you're layering, most people can wear it. So something that doesn't actually have direct skin contact. So this sweater, for example, if you wore that and you put like a collared shirt, which is like super trendy right now, like a blouse with a collar under it, you could absolutely wear that just so it doesn't touch your neck, if that is something that you are worried about. So those two patterns will be available as of tomorrow, and for the next week, they're 10% off if you buy the kit. Also, I do encourage everybody to go to the Lana Grossa website and look at other patterns. There's so many patterns out there. I just don't have enough time to list them all. So if there's another one that you really like, feel free to message us and say, I would like the pattern from the Journal 68 number 12, and then we can just make that bundle for you. There's just so many of them. I have a hard time choosing which ones to list first. So you can always go to the Lana Grossa website and either like go to magazines and then just browse the magazines, you know, on a Sunday when you just want to sip your coffee and look through things. So you can look through the latest magazines. I think there's 2 new ones that just listed last week. Or if you say like, I really want this yarn, I want to make something with this yarn, you can go also to the Lana Grossa website and just type in Super Kid Seta, then go to the yarn, and then at the bottom of the page, there's like a slider that has all of the currently released patterns specifically for that yarn. But sometimes you can also, you know, exchange one for the other. If there's a pattern that's made with one yarn and it's the same weight, but you like this one better, we can definitely help you with figuring that out and figuring that out, that mass. So this is the Super Kid Seta, and there's the solid colors. Hold on, there's one more thing I want to mention. I think there's 3 colors that are two-tone. So they would look something like this. And there's also a picture on the website of like how that gradient works out when you knit it up. Next up is there's a new sock yarn. Ooh, oh my goodness, there's some yarn that's escaping me. Just listed 7 new colors of tweed sock yarn of the Lana Grossa Mylan White. Now I'm saying it in my English accent. Mylan White tweed. I love tweed sock yarn. I love it so much. It's also great for other things. Like I have a customer who keeps buying the tweed, and she's holding 2 or 3 strands together, and she's making these amazing sweaters. So you can absolutely do that. Hats, toques, gloves, scarves, all of those things. And look at these fantastic colors. So you get just like a little bit of that variation. And do remember that all of October, because it's October, all of the sock yarns, including these new ones and the ones we've listed last week and the ones that are still there, all of the full price sock yarn, an extra 10% off. So at checkout, you will see that discount applied, and all orders over $250 ship for free within Canada. And on all the sock orders, we are including free knitting patterns that are not available for download yet on the website. So we will be including some sock knitting patterns that you might want to give a try. You know, sometimes we just need a little nudge for trying something new. So 7 colors of the tweed sock yarn also coming. And then the Gomitolo, let me fish it out here. So the Gomitolo, that was one of the favorites last year when we first released the Gomitolo line. So when you look at these skeins, they're so amazing. Like they look like a beehive, don't they? They're these massive skeins of yarn. They're 200 grams. So if you're wondering why it is probably like price-wise, like one unit being $30, it looks like it's the most expensive yarn we have, which is not true because it is a massive skein of yarn. This one has 200 grams. 700 meters of yarn in each of these balls. So you can actually knit like an entire scarf out of just one, and 2 to 3 for a sweater usually. So you can make a lot of amazing things. So last year, I think the favorite sweater pattern, and it's still there, it was the one that was like a top down and it had like a braid down here. So that's a really great one. This year, I've listed 2 new ones so far. And again, there's a lot more Gomitolo patterns. So do check them out on the Lana Grossa website if you prefer to have something else. But these are the 2 that I've listed because they're my favorites. And I had a hard time choosing which one to cast on for myself. So one is this one. This one is made with the Gomitolo Magico, but you can make it with all of them. So all of the Gomitolos will be available for selection. They just have a different gradient. And I will show you that in a moment because we've knitted up some samples for you. So absolutely love this oversized sweater. Again, super on trend to wear that over a dress. I've seen so many, or like with a skirt and then have like this oversized sweater or with pants. I feel like, again, this is going to be an evergreen pattern that keeps coming back and that you'll keep loving. And you can absolutely adjust the length. You could make a dress out of it, just make it longer. You could make it crop size. Amazing. This is the one that I decided to cast on because #obsessed. This is and I don't have a good cardigan. I don't have a good cardigan like this one. So this is the one I had cast on. And this one is knitted with 2 strands held together. So now there's multiple things that will happen when you knit something like this with 2 strands held together, because all of the Gomitolos have a color gradient. So you do get like different colors. And I wish I had my sample that I started knitting here, but I promise I will post it in my knitting group once I have a little bit more, so you can see how the colors are shaping up with the 2 strands held together. And I'll also put it in on our Instagram so that you can follow me along as I knit this. So now with the Gomitolos, and I try to I've now updated the category. So if you go to like the knitting, wool yarns, Gomitolo, I have like a little overview of the different types of Gomitolo that are in there and what's the difference. Because for example, I brought 2. I have a Versione and a Gala. And each of them have a different stripe pattern. So all the galas, number 1, have some glitter in them. Some of the galas have just a little bit of glitter, like this one. This one only has I don't know if you can see that. Oh, this one only has the sparkle in the gray, and the rest of it doesn't have a sparkle. And guess what? That's the one that I'm knitting with right now. And then there's this color, which is also a gala, and this one has the glitter all over. And you can see that the gala does this type of, I'll bring it over, does this type of gradient. So the gala will have a soft gradient, a subtle soft gradient. So this is 1 strand of yarn. So now you can see how if you're doing 2 strands of yarn and they're at a different part of the color, you'll get a really cool heathered effect. And I will show you that because with this one, I'm doing that right now. I'll show you that as I get a little bit further along. So each one's in that name will then do that pattern. So we've knitted up 1 of each so that you can see how it shapes up. So this gala, you can see this one has a gold glitter all over and it's absolutely gorgeous. And this one that's not even like an entire skein, I think. There's you can look at this. I could just, this sample, I could just make it my scarf. So if you do come to the shop, we'll have them as a display so that you can see them. I will also make sure I'll take some good pictures and videos so everybody does get a good look at these. So this is the gala. Then next up here we have this is the arte. So the arte has like an irregular block stripe. How cool is this? So the arte has 1 color will have a subtle gradient, but then see how it forms these block stripes at irregular intervals. This is really cool, especially for patterns like the first sweater that I showed you, that where you can really see that, and that becomes the design of your sweater. It's really cool. And we actually have 2 colors that we knitted up. So this was the green, if you can see that. So that was the green version. So this one has a gradient plus a block stripe. And usually when you go to the individual colors, we do have a chart to show you which one is kind of the undertone and which one is the main color. So definitely do look at these. Now this one is the Gomitolo Fusione. They all have Italian names. So again, there is a gradient, but then there's like some bigger sections of the block stripe, and there's like some heathered parts, and then like this also shapes up so beautifully. And this one, I love the colors on this one. This was my other color that I was thinking about, but then I guess I liked the glitter so much on the other one because this one doesn't have sparkle, so I chose the sparkly one. So again, this was the Fusione, and then we have the Pablo, which has more of a like an actual stripe in there. Really cool. Like it's almost like every row has another stripe, but then there's also some heathered effects in it, and it's really, really beautiful. And this one is the Versione, like versione, and this one is the no glitter but subtle gradient. So very similar to the Gala, just without the glitter. So this one has the subtle stripe, and there's like another pattern that just came up, and I just got the English translation for it. I'm gonna make sure I list it for next week if I don't get to list it for this week, but I'll give it a shot. But if you see it, I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but it was made in this one. And now I realize we're missing one. We didn't do the magical. There's a magical, and I'm pretty sure that we do have, yes, we do have it. It's this one. So this one is done with the magical, and you can see it like it just has like some brighter colors and a really beautiful stripe pattern. So do watch out for my posts on how the two strands of this held together look. And this entire jacket, so I'm making the smallest size, which is the 36-38, because it's already like a slightly oversized. And for the entire one, I just need 3 of these. Like this is a bargain. So that is, it is like a very budget-friendly yarn, and it is really, really warm. So great for accessories as well. Highly encourage you to try these. These are absolutely fantastic. That was it for the yarn right now, and I will move on to the fabric. So for the fabric, okay, I'm going to start with the new solid collection. There's a new solids collection called Jax. You might have already seen it. I've been really, really excited to get this in because we have been getting requests for a heavier sweatshirt fabric, and we have found it, and we really like Jax. So Jax comes in a variety of really nice basic heathered colors, and it is thicker than any of our other sweatshirt fabrics that we have. And we did get matching ribbing for it as well. So I'm going to show you Jax, and we've already cut swatches. So if you are not ready to get it yet, but you do make an order anytime from now on, we will put a swatch of Jax in your order with you. So this is Jax. You can see the heathered texture of it, but look how thick this is. This is really, really thick. So this is going to be fantastic for joggers and oversized sweaters, and it's also going to be great for embroidery. And it's super nicely brushed, and I will make sure that, or at least that was my plan, to take a little video and post it on YouTube, just like I did with the stretch velvet. I'm trying, bear with me, I'm trying to make videos for each of the bases where I'm handling it, like closer up look, so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll connect it to the fabric so that you can see it up close even better than what I'm doing here. So I can do some macro filming. Hi, Denise. Denise on the way to Chicago. So do keep in mind though, so these, because they are heavier and because they're heathered, so these are 70% cotton, 30 polyester. Yes, because the heathered fabrics always have a little bit of polyester in them. Otherwise you can't get that look. And they have less stretch. So they have maybe about 25% stretch, which, and I put it as a two-way because I don't really count this. So there's a little bit of give vertically. But why this is great is that your pants will wear out slower. So I had assessed the things that I have in my closet. And I want to say that like my warmer, really nicely structured joggers that I wear a lot, they're actually not as stretchy, which is really surprising. Like people always think that the sweatshirt material needs to be super stretchy, but it doesn't. It's really, you really only need like a lot of stretch if it's something that's really fitted, which usually the hoodies and the zipper jackets are not. So it's perfect for that, just to keep that body and keep you extra cozy and warm. And there is, I think it's 7 colors. They're so bulky, so I couldn't drag all of them here. So this is color number 62. So I did put the numbers on all of them so that it's really easy to find them, and they're matching ribbing. So for some of them, we have 2 kinds of ribbing, and for some of them, there was just the one. So this one comes with the both types. So each of them comes with the smooth, which is our classic ribbing. So this is the smooth ribbing, the one that most of you probably already know. If you've ever got ribbing from us, that's probably the one that you have. So that's like a 1x1 type ribbing, comes in a 70 centimeter tube. You can cut it open if you need to, but ribbing is a fantastic thing because look, so much stretch and so much recovery, especially when you have something like this and you want to make a cuff or a neckline that is really nice and tight. You definitely want to get the ribbing because it has a different stretch coefficient. So each of them has one of these, and then I think 5 of them, definitely the grays and the black, have this one. So that's the chunky ribbing. And the chunky ribbing is a 3x3. Yeah, it's a 3x3. Also really nice and stretchy, but you get that texture. So if you like more of that textured look, then that is the one. So it doesn't, I want to say it does less of the contraction than the 1x1 does, but it does give you that more wintry structured look. These are also great for toques. Like, so if you're making toques, I do love using this, or the 2x2, which is also one that we have for toques, or I've used it on sleeves. Like I've used it on sleeve panels or side panels here. Absolutely love the textured ribbing, and they will all have the color code. So even because sometimes the pictures can look just slightly different from one product to another, even though they're the same color. So this one is also color 62, but so I apologize if like the pictures don't look exactly spitty exactly the same, but if the color says that, then it is the same one. If ever, and we have done that in the past, if ever like a dye lot, especially with our other poppy solids, if a dye lot changes and the colors are so off, even though it says that they're both color 33, we would always contact you. Like if it is really off, because it can happen, we would contact you. But usually the rule of thumb is that if it has the same number, it belongs together. With the heathered ones, the heathering can be, slightly different, because see, like these are the same, but then the light refracts a little bit different of the ribbing, and the ribbing has like a shorter heathering, so sometimes they look like a little bit different when like it's like fabric on fabric. But once you just have like that strip of this, it blends in. So I do encourage people to give it a try, because I've even had some where like the green and the green were not quite the same, but once it's on the sweater, it like you can't actually see it, just because when you wear it, it's different than having like a big sheet of ribbing. I hope that makes sense. It's that kind of light refraction. So next up, now we're getting to the wintry things, the wintry cozy prints. So we have 2 new prints on poplin. I'm just going to show these here. So there's this winter forest, holiday forest, whatever you want it to be. And I love them. Like, look, they have like the trees have stars on them, but then there's also like these little flowers with hearts. So this would also make a really cute dress. Of course, gift bags. We always love gift bags, all of the things. But also, we're going to have a limited quantity of these, our tea towel sets. We had just enough of this green. I will be taking pictures of those and listing those online. We only have a very limited amount of these because we didn't have much of this left. We have a little bit more of this. If this is gone and then you want more, there is other colors that work really well. So we do have like a, I think we have like that maroon that works if you want like a darker towel. And you can always choose the white with it once the other colors are gone. And there's like another lighter green that will also work with it. But these will be available tomorrow in a limited quantity. Now we get to the knits, the knit fabrics. Oh, let me make some space here so that I can really get to them and really show them off. All right, there are some jerseys, there are some French terry. So I'm going to start with the, I'm actually just gonna dig in, and as they come up, I will show them to you. So number one, jersey. This one is cotton jersey, and this is a fun polar bear scene, skiing, sledding, and some cozy houses. And this is a dark teal, dark emerald green. I do have to update the color names online because I feel like I listed them because I saw the delivery being out for delivery, and then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna list whatever's on my packing list. And I listed them, and they were like one or two where the color was different than the picture from my supplier. So I'm going to update that before tomorrow to make sure that the colors are as accurate as possible. And I do have to say it. You know that I have to say it. But so for all of these Christmassy ones, the red and white striped ribbing is going to look super cute with them. Even though this one actually doesn't have any like Christmassy Christmas red, so you are allowed to get away with something else. So this one you could do like it's almost like a purple maroony red. So I'll see. Again, I will try in my capacity of today. I've put so many things on my list just as I'm talking to you. I'll try to match some ribbings and so that they are in the listing tomorrow. So you just have to scroll down, like go to the product, scroll down, and I'll try to get a color into each of those. So jersey. Next up, little gnomes, jersey on this light pink. The little gnomes, they're upside down. Oh my goodness. Whoop. There you go. Little gnomes and snowflakes, and the little gnomes are holding, some of them are holding candy canes, and then there's white snowflakes on the background. Jersey. I feel like I've been talking a lot today, and then my throat is definitely getting dry. So it's same gnomes, and they are in a sand color with the snow in the back right there. And then we have more gnomes. And this one definitely needs the red and white striped ribbing, because look at these little gnomes. They have red and white striped hats. So this one, red and white striped ribbing is a must for this one. It's going to look fantastic. Trust me on this one. Or like I'm, again, seeing, I love, I don't know that my kid still wants it, but when he was littler, you know, sensory issues and stuff, he really likes his pants, and especially his pajama pants, to be really tight. So I would make the front and back panel of the shirt out of this, and then the sleeves completely out of ribbing so that I can make them tight. And then I would make leggings also out of ribbing, because you can make them nice and tight, but they have so much stretch to them that they're really, really comfortable. So, and I think that would look really cute. So just make sure that you get enough, because for the leggings you'll need a lot, because the panel is just only, it's like only 70 centimeters. All right, next up, this one, still sticking with the jersey, larger scale print. Love some larger scale prints, especially if you're making dresses. And yes, you can still use this on little people. You just have to fuzzy cut which image you want where. So if you want this, like, you could fussy cut it so that the snowman is like at the center, and then you get like little peekaboo and pieces of the other design. So do not be shy to use a larger scale print on a little person. I think they look really cute on little people as well. So this one has the skates. It has some dried oranges and things, and this one's a really nice one, really nice large scale print here. And then we have another large scale print on jersey. It's more of a forest scene with these cute little gnomes, and they have some like a wood stack here. Like, these are really beautiful. Love this. This is going to make a really nice dress as well. Anything, really anything. They're really beautiful, these prints this year. I'm very happy with what they've come up with. So then another one in the smaller scale. These are the snowmen, polar bears, and penguins this time. Really cute. And this is the pink version of this jersey. And then we have the same in the light teal. So this is a lighter color than the other one. And again, I will make sure to find some good ribbings for you. And then last but not least, we have two, I thought it was French Terry, but it's brushed French Terry, which is even better. We have this one, which is these gnomes on a red background. And like, how cute are they? Like everybody's gonna want one of these, right? Like hands up if you love the gnomes. Just send me like a little heart or something for everyone. I just want to see how many people love these gnomes because I'm obsessed with this one. This is going to make also great PJs, great sweaters, really anything. So hands up for everyone, or like a little something reaction to see how many of us love the gnomes. This year we have a lot of gnomes, which last year I feel like we were lacking the gnomes. And we have one more, same gnomes, but on sand. And I like that too. I like it. Like it really makes their hats pop. So on the other one, the hats are gray and green. And on this one, they're white and red. So this one, you could use the red and white striped ribbing again, and it's going to look absolutely fantastic. So this one, it's a different aesthetic. Let me hold both of them up. Oh my goodness. So red with the gnomes in the gray and the green, or then you have the sand, and then their hats really pop. So we'll see which gnomes are going to be more popular. It's going to be a race. It's going to be hard to decide. They're both really fantastic. This was everything for tomorrow. For the people in the area, I do want to mention that next week on October 26th, to Saturday, we have a Saturday open house coming up. So if you haven't been able to make it to the shop during the week, that Saturday is your Saturday. So you can touch all the new yarns, look at the new samples, get some inspiration. We will have some products out on the Saturdays that are not yet released. So that's like a first dibs on something that has not come to the shop yet. At a special price, and if they do sell out, then they never make it into the online store, so I can't really tell you about it because it's a special. And we'll have some other specials in the shop as well, and we're planning on having a little demo area for some fun things that you can try out, like our prim presses, and the new Baby Lock Applaud creative cover stitch will be set up for you to try. I think that's everything. I did mention the 10% off of all the sock yarn for October, and the 250 and over free shipping. We had one where the rule didn't apply, so really great that person put it in the comments, said it didn't give me free shipping, and then you'll get a refund if the system for some reason the rule doesn't work. So it has to be 250 before tax within Canada, and then you should get free shipping. If it doesn't work, just let us know, and we will make sure that you do get the free shipping. We'll refund it if it accidentally gets charged to you. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are thoroughly inspired to knit or sew or crochet or whatever it is that you like to do. If you have more questions, if you want to see anything closer up, if you need any recommendations on sizing or yarn matching or ribbing matching, you're always welcome to send us a message like email or through Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is really great because I can just like text back the picture to you. Feel free to do that. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. And I will see you again next week, Thursday, for another video. Bye for now.